and then put him in his bed. And we're going to be talking about a conversation on a panel that I just got from. Let me mute this. And we're going to. Okay, so I'm using Obsidian's picture because we were talking about, I guess they was talking about his book. He was up there, and I give him a little promo, in case y'all want to check out his book. The Manual for the 21st Century Black American Gentleman. Okay. For those of you who may feel like you may benefit from that, I am going to give him that. Hey, what's going on? I'm not for everyone. How you doing? So I was on another person's panel, and I'm not gonna put their name out there. I'm thinking that's what they may want. I'll make a decision on whether I'm gonna put the name out there, but y'all gonna see it anyway, because we will be sharing some of the content. Okay. So anyway, I was over there on the panel. I was in the chat. I saw that they were live. I was looking for lives to go to. Decided, I don't want to go play with Platt. It's almost like just same old over there. And I saw that Uncle Stu was live, and I said, well, Uncle Stu, I ended up subscribing to him because he was a fellow, veteran. And I know that and knew that we got off to a bad start, not due to me or him. Actually, it was an echo chamber, and people, when I said hoorah, somebody thought I was making jokes of him. They didn't understand what that was. But anyway, that was a big, huge misunderstanding. And so I subscribed to him, right? Before he left, I said, hey, is it okay if I subscribe? I would love to, see what you got to offer. This is the thing, though, here on YouTube, when it comes to the black men. Hey, Blue Devil, when it comes to these black men, let me back it up a little bit. When it comes to the black manosphere, there's a lot of confusion going on. The men, most of the men, especially the new men and the younger man, right? The younger man, he's young. He's really just don't know. He's trying to figure it out. Okay. Like I said, I don't really beat up on young men at all. Right? I feel sorry for them, to be honest. I feel sorry that there aren't enough older men who's willing to educate them. The ones who I deemed, and yes, that right, just from my own personal belief, the ones that I come across who I think have a lot to offer, these men they don't deal in the manosphere, right? It's like they're saying, nah, I can't do that, bomb. I'm not those niggas. I'm not those men. No. So I get that. The ones who were, the ones who feel like they can go out in the community and make things happen, that's the type of person I am. Anyway, they tried. I watched at least a dozen good men fall into the manosphere because they thought it was the manosphere. They assumed that it's a space for men to educate one another. And they found that nope, it's not. It's not really there to educate one another. It's there for the men to beat up on each other and to help each other be failures, to be honest. If you don't believe what certain people believe, then you're stupid, you're an idiot, and or you're a simp. You're soft, or you must be a feminist. As if being a feminist is a bad thing. I think in 2022, baby, we need to make this word feminist be something cool, like, right? Because these niggas, you could tell when they don't have nothing else to say, they'll resort to, oh, you a feminist. Hey, bro, you a feminist. I want the men, whoever they call a feminist, I want the ones who secure in themselves. Like, let's say if you call one of my sons a feminist, they'll be like, and in fact, they probably wouldn't say anything to you. Look at you like you're stupid. Like, who are you? I don't even know you. And why do you think you know me? That's the kind of look, you know, how my kids would do it. But I get it. Listen, so what's going on? The number one grind, the real talk. How you doing? So anyway, the manosphere, if you're new to the space or if you're young, you may feel like, yeah, this is a place for men, for us, for men, right? We're going to come together. We're going to high five one another. We're going to support one another. We're going to encourage each other, and we're going to do great things. Sounds great. Sounds like a fantastic idea. But the men, the real men, right? I'm talking about those of you who you know who you are. You don't have much doubt. You might be still searching for, you know, your route that you want to take in life, right? And things like that. But you still kind of know who you are. Well, you're not going to deal with the manosphere the way the manosphere was set up, which is why there have been splits in the manosphere. And let me clear this up. I'm talking about the black manosphere. Okay, the black manosphere. So there's been splits, and the splits have come because the men, the older men who first had it in their hands and it was molding it, they were too judgmental and thought they knew everything, and they wasn't being considerate of a young man who may need to come in and get some I don't know, some education, maybe, you know, just some support. The older men started telling them that they were stupid. And if the younger man came in and he was thinking about, yeah, I'm dating this girl, I watched where a group of men tell all young man who was on the panel, he went up there for some advice, and they started talking negatively about how this woman gonna end up cheating on you. Oh yeah, these women, they ain't number cheats. Oh yeah, these women, they did. Is she a black woman? Oh, it's downhill from there. Right? Scaring young black men away from women. The men who can't get near women are scaring you younger guys. See, this shit, this manosphere shit, this black manosphere shit is dangerous. And y'all might not agree with this. It's more dangerous to you black men than anybody. Black women, we always gonna do what we do. How we do it, when we want to fucking do it. Y'all need to understand that. It's very important. Whether she's right, wrong, maybe she's just on an adventure of being young. And eventually things will fall in place for her or not. Right? That's how it is for all of us, men and women, when we're younger. First we need to be out in the world and figure this shit out our way, the way we want to. Now, this is what I found out recently, and I didn't really account for it, right? There is a group of men and women who are looking for a paved road with a map to greatness. And like when somebody, like he literally said, nah, Bomb, he said this to me on my own panel. They had questions and I was giving little answers, and I guess the answers wasn't concise enough. And I was like, dude, are you looking for a map? And he was like, he was real with it. He said, yeah, what's wrong with that? At that moment, when that young man told that to me, at first I giggled, right? Like, there's no maps out there. But then I sat back, right, as everybody was talking on the panel, and I thought to myself, well, wait a minute. There's women and men out there who are legit looking for a map and they want greatness. They want to survive. They want to be good people. They want to be, they want all these great things, but they also need a map. And I started to think to myself, wait, there isn't a map out there. There isn't. But there seem to be a lot of people who want one. And so I can't help you with that, because I can give you a map. Yes, I can. I can give you one, tell you what to do, how to do it, and you'll probably be good until you're not. If that makes sense, right? Tell you to be a good, decent person, go get your job. Look for a woman or a young man who you are attracted to. Don't worry about this, don't worry about that, don't worry about this. But as long as y'all can come together, start a family. But that's not even good enough for some of them. They want me or someone to choose their wives. That's why dating coaches, I always wonder why would somebody go to a dating coach on the internet? And I started to think, they're not looking for a dating coach for real. They're looking for somebody to put them with someone else. They want to, sorry y'all, wait a minute. They want to skip dating altogether for real. They just want a husband and or wife. I'm really thinking about possibly starting a little business where I will get young people together. You know what I mean? Like, I will do all the research, detailing, maybe even do some education for the male and the female. So it'll help their chances in marriage. I think there's a lot of people out there. I wasn't aware of this. This is something that I'm just realizing in the last couple of months. And I thought about it, and it brought me back to thinking about my brother, which y'all have heard me say my brother has always been the type who need direction. My brother can go to jail and do great. When he get out of jail, it's all downhill from there for the most part. He'll do well for a good while, and then it's downhill. The reason being, he needs construction. He needs somebody to construct his day. He needs somebody to tell him when to wake up. He needs somebody to tell him when to go brush your teeth. It's time to go to eat breakfast. He needs somebody after breakfast. Hey, you only got 10 minutes. You better get it down. And after breakfast, hey, we're going to do this. And then between this, lunchtime, you're going to eat lunch. And then after this, you're going to go back into a job. And you can only take breaks during this time and that time. And then after we're going to pick you up on the bus and we're going to take you home. And while you're home, hey, we got a little spacer and you're going to do your exercise. Or if you want to, you could join a gym. And it's almost like being in jail or / the military. But the military still wouldn't have been enough for my brother, because basic training and through your trainings, the various trainings, yes, they have you on lock. They tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, how to fold your clothes, how to put your clothes in your drawer. My husband still folds his socks and underwear right now, and I can show it to you. In fact, I do it. That's the way he like it, and that's the way I do it as well. My sock drawer is all socks, just stuffed in a drawer. I'll show you my husband's sock drawer, though. Every single sock is rolled up. For those of you who are military, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Mother Earth, what's going on? Alpha said, amazing Taz said today he'll welcome his daughter marrying out because he lost confidence in most black male. Wow. You know what? I'm like holding on to something that may not exist anymore. I'm starting to realize what the young women have been telling me, even the young men. I just need everybody to understand, though, ladies, if you're saying it on the male end, you're saying bomb, but these men aren't like the men in the past. And the men are also saying, hey, bomb, these women are not like the women of the past. If y'all all are agreeing with that, because if ladies, if you agree with it on the male side, then you have to also agree with it on your side. And that's a valid reason for that, right? Because my generation isn't the same as my mother's generation. My mother's generation, which are baby boomers, aren't the same as the generation before that. And so forth and so on. So why do we even have those type of arguments? Why is like a platinum elite, how is he able to be over there talking about the same shit? These women aren't like the women back then. These women don't cook. These women do this, don't do this, and do that. He's able to get away with that, but it's mainly because he's telling the truth to a degree. Everybody knows it. The women will go over there, the men will go over there. I'll go over there. I'm not even saying that what he's saying is untrue in a sense, depending on what he's talking about. Because, oh Lord, he can have a lot of topics. If we all know this, hey, I'm not like my mom. Hey, I'm not like my dad. Let the males say I'm not like my dad. The women say I'm not like my mom. The young people, without the interference of old motherfuckers, y'all will figure it out. The problem is the old fuckers. The old fuckers. I've been telling y'all this, and I'm going to say it again. These old dudes, and I'm not even talking about all the older men. Of course, there's still a lot of good men with a lot of information to teach young men out here. It's unfortunate that they come across those who don't have anything to offer. The ones who understand that this is a business, they're out to make money. See, I don't have no problem with obsidian. Right? Did I read his book? Nope, I haven't. Would I read his book? Probably not. Right? What it is that I do like about obsidian is that if you ask him certain questions, he tells you the truth. It's just that thread of truth. See, if you're not listening, you might miss that little bit of truth that's encaged in a lot of lies. A lot of lies. Anyway, I was over there in somebody else's area. I'm going to talk about this dating thing that I'm thinking about doing, because I really am. First of all, we got to be, let me just say this. There's a lot of people on the internet, and when we're on the internet, everybody isn't as open as others. Some of you think you know things about people that you don't know. They got a lot of married people on YouTube in this space, and y'all don't even know that they're married. Right? They just not telling you. They got a lot of women especially who are dating, and they just not telling you their business. The men, it's unfortunate because some of the men who have openly said, yeah, I'm married, somebody always gonna use their family against them. So the smart ones, the ones who've been here a while, they got a lot of married men who just don't announce that they're married. Okay. And the ones who jump on the panels, well, we know those are idiots. Okay. You got a lot of idiots jumping on panels, doing a lot of fuck shit. But anyway, let me get back to the topic at hand. Obsidian was over there, and I was like, oh, Obsidian. He knows me. I know him. We could be respectful. But I was in the chat listening to what he was saying, and I was speaking my truth. Let's go look at it. Let me see if I can go in and grab it real quick. Because when I left, they were still live. but I don't want to, we're gonna show you how these niggas, no matter how old they are. First of all, this dude, Uncle Stu, just by him naming himself, he wanted to be the uncle, right? He think, okay, I'm gonna be the uncle in the space, right? Which is cool. A lot of these men need uncles. The problem is when Uncle Stu is just as childish as the goddamn nephews. That's the problem, man. And then, listen, I give everybody a chance. I come for you the way the way you are. You show me who you are. I come up there. I'm very respectful. But I know that I'm a woman, and y'all know what that means. If any of you women, like, I noticed that there are new women and women I don't know, they don't really get on panels, and they always side with the men. The only reason they side with the men because they haven't gotten on a panel yet. See, they don't understand what it's like once you jump on panels. You become, if you are the only woman on the panel, it doesn't matter. You are the enemy amongst the men. You could go up there and be as nice as you want to be. You could be as pretty as you want to be. As sexy if you want to be. No matter what, you're going to get the attack. Some of the men might, because you are pretty and things, he might treat you a little different. Once they get to know you, then it becomes, okay, I know this person. Then they're going to wait for another woman who they don't know to come up so they can make her the target. Right? That's how this shit goes. Now, let me find this shit. I got up there, but before I got up, I want y'all to see how it went. Because maybe I'm the one who's in the wrong. We're going to check it out. See, I'm always willing to learn some shit. Somebody might say, well, Bomb, you kind of go up there. Okay, so we're going to take a look. We're going to check it out. We're going to see if I was naughty or nice. We're going to see if I was naughty or was I nice. Let me see. I'm trying to go back. Boom, boom. Okay, I'm up here. I'm up here. I'm up here. I'm not up here. Okay, around here. Let me share the screen. Okay, I gotta open this up. Sorry, y'all. Fair use was to put that before I even share anything. Okay, let me see. How do I share? Oh, I'm trying to find share screen, wondering where in the hell is that? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share here. Share sound. Okay, let me see. It may not go back as far in the chat, but Obsidian was up there, and I was like, oh, Obsidian. I like Obsidian, right? I do. I kind of like Obsidian. And he had said a couple of things. Uncle Stu had already said some things that I disagree with. But I was like, that'll be another discussion for another day. Another discussion, maybe, if I even have a discussion with, right? I hate when they come on here and they want to act like they're the oldest thing ever. They've been around since every day, since the beginning of time. They was here when Jesus was born, baby. Yeah, well, I'm old enough, and like, I don't go up and tell people my age. In fact, that might be why they like to tell me their age, because they don't know my age. And I sometimes I wonder, like, what does age have to do with it? I'm thinking I'm gonna get up there with a group of, right, look, it's a group of us up here, and we're all older. Obsidian is older than me by a year. I think we might be the same age, or he got me by, no, Obsidian is 55. I think he mentioned he says he's 55. Uncle Stu says he's 55. So he got me by a couple of years. Obsidian is 55 as well. No, Obsidian is the same age as my husband. Yeah, 55. And here we are, right? Let me see.
But
So I just popped up. I just popped up there. Okay. Something in the room I had said something like, Obsidian does what he do well. I said, mixing lies with truth. That is what I said. And I've been saying that about Obsidian for a very long time, because that is exactly what he does. And I've proven it to him, even on my panel before. On his panel, I've proven him. I proved it on my panel, with him on my panel, on other people's panels. He always say, give me proof. And then I give him proof. And then the conversation goes all other ways. The same thing gonna happen up here. Except Uncle Stu is an ass kisser. And so, like, he's an ass kisser, and because I'm the woman, it's my fault. So here we go. Fair use. Let's get into it.
I'm just saying. I mean, you want to ask a question, but I mean, yeah. I mean, I just noticed that it's kind of over the top, and it does kind of emanate from older Black women, and I've seen.
You see that? He blames older Black women for a lot of things, but he talks badly about Black young women too, right? It's just all over the place. But see, when I came up, that's when he started mentioning the older Black woman. Okay.
Quite a few younger Black men, very animated. I can understand why they would be. But and then you every so often you hear some younger Black women, not many, but there's a few. And again, this is nothing scientific, so I have to be.
This is nothing scientific. Oh my God! About something must have got into him where now he's admitting things, because before Obsidian likes putting out numbers. Before me, he would just put out numbers and numbers. Any number that come to this nigga's mind used to come out his mouth. And then I started saying, where's the proof? I started doing the goo-gooing, right? Like they'll be on the panel and they'll be just dogging Black women. And then he'll put out a stat. Now, see, once they start putting out numbers, the reason he would do that is to make himself sound like he's speaking facts. He is the main reason why I started Googling shit, y'all. Obsidian. I realized that everybody thinks he's dealing with facts. And I know a lie when I hear a lie. Right? So I would then go and hurry up and do a search on it. And that's why it's noted in the manosphere that I'm the most dangerous Black woman. To be careful when I go on the panels. Not because I'm trouble as far as I'm gonna be up there cussing them out and da-da-da. It's because the conversation will not be able to just flow with a whole lot of nonsense and lies. I'm going to ask questions and I'm going to give answers. And the answers is not going to be with the manosphere light. And I will Google some shit and prove them to be liars. Okay? So he, at least just now, he say, okay, this is not scientific. See, since he wrote that book, he can't just go in circles saying things anymore. He probably learned it the hard way, okay? By losing channels and things in other spaces. A lot of these people not playing, especially white people, man. And white people not playing. Don't come in their area giving out misinformation. They will kick your ass off their whole service. Anyway.
I had to sit down and really think it through about how I'm going to write about it. But it is something that I have observed.
Yeah, and I'm going to say, I've gotten, I see more of the males doing it.
Now listen to Uncle Stu, because I'm going to go up there and I'm going to actually be agreeing with Uncle Stu on this point. And then he going to, because I'm the woman, Uncle Stu going to flip it and then disagree with me. This is what they do. Listen, I'm not going to talk anymore. Listen to what Uncle Stu. Uncle Stu is gonna say, hey, it's the women, they support me. La, 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 right? He about to say the opposite of obsidian. But then when I get up there and I start talking, this nigga gonna switch it on me. Make it seem, watch.
Never really gotten pushback from women. Matter of fact, I would argue that the women that does come to my panel, are willing to have the open conversation. Then I got some that is 100% supportive. They just like the fact that I don't have all the yelling and cussing and fussing on my panel.
You see that? Listen, he's going the opposite of obsidian right now.
Yeah, you know, so it's like, yeah, well, you know, at least we can go talk to him and not feel like they getting beat up and called out their name and character.
Yeah.
Now, he didn't call me out my name. He didn't beat up on my character, not in the way of beating up on me, but he kept trying to blame me for everything. Y'all gonna hear it. But y'all just heard his stance, right? I had to hear it again myself to make sure I'm not crazy. Okay? I heard exactly what he said. It's not the women that's giving the pushback. The women like having a conversation. Y'all know, ladies, that's mostly what we here to do. We might be in a chat disagreeing with what's being said, but we're just there listening in. We're not there to really fight. The men will call each other stupid and all kinds of shit. They get pushed back. But anyway.
Yeah, you do have that, you know, kind of wild and raucous sector of the black manosphere. You know, boys will be boys and all.
Look at there. Now I'm sitting and flipped it a little bit, and he's like, wait, boys will be boys. They do have the wild records one. And in my mind, I'm thinking, but you, dude, that's you. I'm sitting as the one with the bullhorn. I'm a bend over. What's your dress size? All of that shit comes from him. Uncle Stu, like I could tell he's new because he don't know who he's talking to right now. Before there was a Kevin Samuels, there was an Obsidian. You understand? Obsidian channel will be over there with a lot of motherfuckers. Like every morning, man, let me tell you, I even enjoy going over there with Obsidian. I hate the fact that he don't think of himself as worthy of that million followers and subscribers, because see, he would have been able to do something far more better with it than his, I guess, his predecessors, the one he supports to the tilt. Even without him, Kevin wouldn't have gotten those million subscribers. It's sad watching this shit, to be honest. Okay? One of them deserve it without a doubt. And one of them, I guess he faked it until somebody else helped him make it. But anyway.
All that.
Right.
Yeah.
Bomb Cherry, you gotta forgive me. I told you I'll be on these YouTube streets. I'll be all over the place.
How you doing, my brother? Nah, it's all good. It's all good. How you doing, Obsidian? Hi, Mr. Sam Tobin. How you doing, my brother?
Hey.
So I came up because
you got something on in your background?
Yeah, that's my grandson playing a game. Hold on.
All right.
Let me walk out. Okay, is that better?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that. The only reason I came up is because Obsidian, like I said, he liked to mix a lot of truths with that thread. It's a thread of truth within lies. He said that I myself am against black men, and I'm not. In fact, I love black men, only black men. Supportive of my brothers. I'm just not very supportive of the black manosphere, in particular, you know, Mr. KS. And mainly because, like Uncle Stu, like yourself, right? You just mentioned that, hey, you a brother. You're not getting really a lot of pushback from the women because we like listening to men. Women who love men, we love you, that energy. That's why we would come in your area and listen to what you have to say. And if you allow us to speak, then we will speak. You know, I wouldn't have come up if I thought that I wasn't allowed to speak, because I don't want to get involved with you men in y'all conversations, but it's educational to us women. Hold on, my grandson followed me. Hold on.
Okay, Leaky Leak started following my ass, y'all.
Man, he's following me everywhere I go. It's my grandson. Anyway, but Obsidian is contention. He is the black man, the older black man, who have the young black man not trusting. To be honest, the younger men. Go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off. You saying a whole lot. So let me.
He said I said a lot. I don't remember saying a whole lot. I said, hey, first of all, I like black men. Okay, I said that, and I mentioned that, like he said, Uncle Stu. Remember, right before I said it, Uncle Stu said, yeah, he don't get a lot of pushback from women. The women are okay. They come over, they supportive, and da la 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 la. That and I did mention that I'm against, in particular, the black manosphere and Kevin Samuels. Right? I called him Chaos. I didn't want to say his name.
See if I can put in a little bit of an order. My understanding is you don't like KS, right?
No, not that I don't like him, but yeah, his talking points.
Okay. Are you aware? Now, I'm gonna be totally honest.
Now, see how this conversation's about to go where he wanted to go, right? I went up there. I stated what I said. They was talking about Obsidian's book. I came up there to even offer some information on that, right? Uncle Stu right now decided that I must be the enemy. And he is the one who's about to lead us wherever we go. But watch later, he gonna blame that shit on me. Watch.
Honest with you. Are you aware that I'm older than Kevin Samuels and that Mr. Tolbert is older than Kevin Samuels?
Why is he telling me his fucking age? Are you aware? First of all, I don't know Mr. Tolbert. That's my first time even seeing him. And I don't even know your age. And I don't care about none of y'all age. What that got to do with anything? Watch.
First of all, just age. Are you aware that I'm older than he is?
Yes, I am. I know Kevin quite well.
Okay.
I've seen him as well.
And are you aware that, let's say, for example, would you pay me $10 to come on my platform to cuss me out?
Now, where you think he going? Would I pay him $10 to come on this platform so I could cuss him out? And I was like, what is he talking about in my mind? Right? But then I thought, well, yeah, there's a lot of people who would do that. It's called the internet. It's called content. That's what's happened.
Would I pay you $10?
Mm-hmm. There's a reason why I'm saying that.
So I can cuss you out, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, people do that.
Okay. Here's the thing. I have daughters.
I didn't think about to tell us about daughters. I don't know nothing about no daughters. I just wanted to be clear. Y'all see, I didn't mention nobody's daughters. I didn't mention no age of nobody. I didn't go into none of that. And he about to go this long spiel. And I'm going to tell you it's boring. I'm going to let y'all hear a little bit of it. Then I'm going to skip it because it has nothing to do with the hell we talk about.
My oldest daughter is 36. Other daughter is 28. My other daughter is 25. Right? Here's the problem that I have. One, women calling him. He ain't calling nobody.
So what that got to do with his daughters? Women calling him and he ain't calling nobody. What that got to do with anything? First of all, it has zero to do with our topic. And secondly, it has nothing to do with what I've said. Y'all literally saw when I popped up there. Boom. I didn't go into what I believe or disbelieve when it comes to Kevin. In fact, all I said is in particular, you know, I'm against the manosphere and in particular Kevin talking points. Boom. That was it. I thought we was up there to talk about Obsidian in his book. But okay.
That's one. Two, none of my daughters would dare. And I said this on my platform with my daughter right next to me.
Okay, goddamn it. His daughters wouldn't dare call in, which is more to our point, ladies. If he's saying his daughters wouldn't call in, then we're saying, hey, they got a certain woman who wouldn't call in. But evidently, there's also another type of woman that would call in. And to be honest, ladies, I am the type who will call his goddamn show. Okay? If I thought for a minute Kevin would let me up on that goddamn show, I would call in, and y'all know this already. I think some of you who know me, you know Bomb will call the fuck in. You goddamn right. I call into everybody motherfucking show. If I got something I want to say. Okay? And so the women who calling in, I mean, they calling in. If they get what they get, they got what they got. If Kevin cussed me out and hurry up and hung on me, hung up on me or shit, kicked me off, whatever, I would have come over and I would have talked about it. It would have been just as simple as that. But if I got anything into where I could talk him into having a conversation, yeah, in the end, he gonna look like a fool. I may agree with some of the things he have to say, but then the things he's not gonna like is the pushback that I give him by showing that it's on both sides for the most part. Or there are men who like this, and there are men who like that, and there are women who don't like this, and so forth and so on. They got a lot of women who ain't gonna put up with them. Look, his talking points, we all know what they are. And for the most part, I disagree. Okay? I disagree. This dude here, I don't know what is he trying to prove right now? He done told me his age, he done told me his kids and their age, all to tell me what?
Me would dare call him.
Oh, I got to fast forward.
Talk to him like they buddies. Call him Kevin. And then
what they supposed to call him? The fuck you think I'm gonna call him? Hi, Kevin. That's all he gonna get from me. But then again, I don't respect him. Some of the women are calling, they don't respect him. The one you could tell when a woman kind of respects you. You could tell based on how she talked to you, right? It may be like Mr. Kevin. It may be like, what's his last name again? Kevin, Mr. Samuels. Then you kind of know that the women are interested in him if they're calling him Mr. Right? Anyway,
and slam, cuss him out, and threaten his life.
So all these women done went up there. Uncle Stu think we stupid. Oh, he thought I was stupid. So is Uncle Stu telling us that the women are getting up there, and then once they get up there, they're plumb cussing him out for no reason. Like he ain't say nothing to them, because that's what he about to tell me. Like he ain't say nothing to them.
I don't hear no woman talking about the gross disrespect of that.
Yeah, no, you probably not gonna hear no woman call do a video on how they disrespected him. You might find you a mammy or two who might do that. Okay, but for most of us, we see exactly what's going on. And if I were to be honest, it's all look like a gimmick to me. Where the women who call in, they're getting something out of it. If they don't have a chance to put up their Instagram and shit like that, then we already know what they get. They're either getting paid or something out of it. It's a gimmick. I don't take it serious. We know that man not smart enough to really put no shit together. He didn't even, what his talking points aren't from him. He's gotten them from several men here on YouTube. Everything he does is copied from somebody on YouTube. Why would anybody respect him? Uncle Stu? The fuck?
If I don't like your content, whether you're a male or female, I am not going to sit up there, go on your platform, cuss you out. Number one. Number two, call you out your sexuality like it ain't no tomorrow, and then try to shame the people that follows you. My attitude is, if I don't like your content, I just don't watch it, and I just don't financially support it. And I think when we start,
he's talking about what he will do. This is where these old niggas fall short. They can't think past themselves, which is very telling to you younger men, if these old niggas can't see past themselves, why would you learn anything from him? He don't really care about you. He's not really trying to teach you anything. He's only the benefit off of you. He can't see. He thinks everybody is like him. That in itself tells you something. It tells you that they're incapable of being educators. The only people they can educate is themselves. Okay? That's it.
Doing that, I have an issue. That's where I get the issue. This is not whether I'm
the issue, and we supposed to care why? We don't care that you got an issue. Just like you don't care if I got an issue. You don't care that I like or dislike anybody. You don't care whether I agree with them or disagree with them, right? We're really just having conversations. And right in the midst of him having the conversation, remember, it's his platform where he invite people to come up to do what? To have conversations. At the same time, he's saying he's against people having conversations. Man, the utmost ridiculousness of these niggas, baby. Watch what he do to me later. He gonna pretty much tell me it's my fault. the shit this man gonna pull, baby, is when I deem, because even through all this, I was thinking, okay, he just like to talk a lot. Cool. But wait, though.
Sitting up there defending Kevin Samuels, or I'm pro Kevin Samuels. This is just me looking at plain logic. So if everybody
is out, he don't know what intellectual conversations are. He don't know the definition, and he also don't know what logic is. Okay, this shit. I hope this word logic don't come back. Remember about 2 years ago? 2 years ago, the word logic started popping around, and everybody and their mama started using it. You're illogical. You're not being logic. I'm using logic right now. Let's be logical here. Come on, logic. She's illogical. Oh no, nobody has logic. Can somebody come up with some logic? Ooh wee. Like, until I gave them the fucking definition of logical, illogical. There's even types of logic, y'all. Circular logic. There's so many types of logic. And when I pulled that out of I made a video talking, because the word just started getting on my fucking nerves. I made a video about it, clowning all these niggas in the manosphere. I'm like, y'all have chose this word. Now let me tell you what it means. And let me tell you about the different types of logic. You can have logic that's not logical. Right? But I guess it is logical. It just doesn't mean it's true. It could be circular. They don't know what the word logic means, and therefore, yeah, okay.
If you don't like the man, why are we all listening? Why would anybody care what he got to say if this is going on?
Look, he don't even know what to say. He like, why would anybody care what to say? Because we're having a discussion, sir. Like, I could read a book and still go to the book reading and still talk about it. Just because we're talking about it don't mean I have to agree with it. And just because I'm talking about it doesn't mean that I'm doing something wrong if I don't agree with it. So he's being illogical right now.
Now I have to agree with Obsidian. The question of the day is, you may not like him, but has anybody taken a step back and said, well, why in the world does this man got 1 million followers if...
I heard him. Oh, he got 1 million followers, so he must be telling the truth. Oh, he got 1 million followers, so he must be the smartest thing coming. Oh, he got 1 million followers, so that means something. I could go and pop and play in my vagina and get a motherfucking 1 million followers. In fact, yeah, that I did that. Been there, done that. These dudes are ridiculous. Black men, man, I'm starting to think. I'm still breaking y'all up to the black manosphere men. But y'all, it's getting hard for me to hold on. It's a few of y'all that got me holding on. The black men, I'm holding on. I'm like, I'm gonna hold you. Don't go nowhere. Don't go. Please don't go over there. Because if you go over there, I might have to let you go, and I might have to let go. The women are telling me, Bob, there is a minimal amount. See, I used to think of the majority of good dudes, and then there's that small amount of loud ass fucked up dudes, like the black manosphere. But they starting to convince me, the men themselves are starting to convince me that it might be just a small amount of good, decent black men. And the rest of them are really like just black manosphere dudes. Uncle Stu is the one who got me starting to believe that. Right? Because it seems like they come in all color shades and sizes and ages, baby. It don't matter what their age is. The ones who want to announce how old they are, I should have known I was dealing with an idiot when he announced his age as to say that because I'm older, that must mean I'm smarter. But no. Those of us who are smart, we don't have to announce our age. Bitch. Fair use.
All of his talking points is garbage. If everything he got to say isn't true, if all of the things that people...
Wait a minute, did y'all hear this? Why would he have 1 million followers if most of his talking points are untrue, and if he's not telling the truth? Did y'all hear that? That's what the dude said. He's saying that there's no way he can have just one little small million of people, which is a lot of people, but not really a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of people if you don't, because I don't know 1 million people for real in my life, right? But really in the grand scheme of people on the internet, 1 million people is not much. So I'm quite sure there's at least a few million dummies on the internet, and he just captured 1 million of them. That's all. Shit.
People have said about this man is supposed to be true. Something
Old ass nigga, somewhere, somehow, this nigga who's new to YouTube has found a way to also put Kevin's balls in his mouth. When will I come across a man who is not here to fight for a man who doesn't even fight for himself? See, the thing I like about Obsidian is Obsidian will pop up. Boop. He'll be he'll be there. And you could disagree with him, but if he believes what he's saying, he's going to say it again. He'll get in the fire and hold his discussions and spill his motherfucking shit, whether you like it or don't like it. And y'all know goddamn well, if Kevin Samuels can't control where he's going, he's not going in no motherfucking kitchen. This nigga not going in the kitchen. He's not even going to the dining room. The dining room is too close to the motherfucking kitchen. If he can't control the narrative and how shit roll, that nigga's not going. Why these men think that's the type of dude you should be standing up fighting for? It sounds like a lot of LGBT kind of shit to me. That's all I'm saying. You could keep announcing that you got a wife, nigga, but that don't mean she not your beard. Because you're sounding quite fruity to me.
Something else is going on. And so when I say that, I think YouTube, with all this technology, if all of the accusations about this man was true, guess what? It would have revealed itself.
It has revealed itself. But you asked a question that really answers itself. Do you think Love and Hip Hop is something, a TV show that is valuable and very something that our community can benefit from? I'm quite sure not.
Who supports it?
Lots
Ain't
of
black
people.
men supporting it.
Who?
Now, wait a minute. Now, y'all know why I asked that question, right? Remember, he's saying that Kevin Samuels got 1 million people, so it must be true and it must be valuable. It must be good for us in a sense. So I didn't say, well, look, Love and Hip Hop is a show, right? Do you think it's beneficial to our community? Because I'm quite, listen, they got way more than 1 million people watching it. But you see how he changes everything? As y'all put it, move the goalpost, right? He says, but who supports it? See, I could have asked him that on with the Kevin thing. I could have said, but who supports it? I could have, and I could show that it's mostly men, mostly black men. But I didn't even do that. Because I don't give a fuck how many people over there listening. It could be 1 billion. That doesn't mean that it's right. So I don't give a fuck how many people watching it. And I don't care who supports it neither. See, I stand on what I stand on, and I don't need to go through all that fluff, all that, but who supports it though? And these niggas, when they trying to find something. So first, you made it seem like just because they have sheer numbers, it means it's beneficial, it's good, and it's right. Unless it's something that black women support, ladies. Okay? He can't even prove that black people support it. There's men who watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop New York. They got spin-offs in other areas. Why do they think it's just black women? The men are known too. Shit. It's what you call hip hop. Those who support and love hip hop and love these artists, they also support watch it. But these niggas gonna blame it all on black women though. That's why I call this all they can do is point their fingers. No matter how old they are, baby. It don't matter. They pointing the motherfucking finger. Let's listen to him. Fair use.
Who's not supporting it?
Black men don't support that.
Black
Love and
men
Hip
do
Hop.
support that. What are you talking about? Young black
No, not
men
in the
and
largest,
women.
not in the largest numbers.
How
Look at that. Not in the largest number. I asked him how you know. Watch.
do you know that? Because somebody told you that, or because
No,
you?
you could go online and see who the sponsorships of that is and who is marketed to.
To black people. In
It's
fact,
what
it was
sector of black people?
Love and Hip Hop was so popular. They put it in different areas, and then they have even a white version of it.
Okay, have you in
Y'all hear that? Look, he ain't got nothing to say to that. He ain't got shit to say to that, but he was so starring in black women. See, this is the part they don't like about me. It has nothing to do with me cussing them out, because I haven't cussed him out, right? Has nothing to do with anything except the fact that I ask questions, and when they ask me questions, I give them answers when they allow me. This nigga gonna pull out a whole lots of goddamn questions. He's not even gonna give me a chance to answer them. He gonna act like I cannot answer them though. Y'all gonna see that in a minute. Listen, watch the rest of this boring ass shit.
this is where I give Obsidian his most
Look, he switched it real quick to Obsidian. So we back on Obsidian. Okay, cool.
darling credit. In the very first chapter of the first part of this book, it talks about the dating and mating and the market. Me and Obsidian is in the same age category. The market dictates what we do and what we see. The market advertises to the people that's giving up the money.
The market. What the fuck is he talking about? The market? The market. I thought the dating market is the people in it, right? Dude, the dating market is the people, the individuals themselves, dummy. Right? So the type of women and the type of men determines lots of things. If there are a group of men who only like a particular type of woman and she's not in the market, on the market, as we put it, right? then I guess he either gonna make one or two, he gonna either do one or two things. He's either gonna renegotiate or redetermine what it is that he want, or he's just not gonna date at all. This dude is talking about some advertisements. What the fuck is he talking about? How does the advertisers of what? Women and men advertise themselves. This is why I'm saying this nigga went and read a book. The book even got him confused because he don't even know what the fuck he talking about right now. Now, I do know what Obsidian viewpoints of it is. Obsidian looks at dating like a business. Uncle Stu don't know that though. Uncle Stu don't even know really Obsidian like that. That's why Uncle Stu looks stupid right now. Obsidian, when he speaks though, he knows exactly what he's saying. He could put it in perspective. I've heard him do it quite a few times. Do I agree or disagree? That's another topic. But this dude, Uncle Stu, is stupid right now. Okay?
Okay. I think what it's time to do is say, if you don't like his talking points, what else do you have? Because
now you see what he just did? Right before he started talking, he said back to Obsidian. Then he go through that little spiel about some nonsense, and then he going back to Kevin.
because it's not working. It's not working. Where was all this pushback back in the 90s? The market is not working. Women now control the market. They control.
Wait, let me come and see what y'all talking about. What market is this dummy what is this dude talking about? The market. You see, Obsidian not saying nothing because Obsidian probably wondered what the hell is he talking about also. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see what I'll clip it over here. Yeah. Hey, Koja. Sweetie, how you doing, sis? Let me see what y'all talking about. I have no idea what he talking about. Nephew hustle. We talking stocks or something. I don't remember. He trying to say because they show commercials for black products doing love and hip hop, it means only black people watching. Queen. Yeah, not black people. He's saying black women. Okay, he's saying black women. Koja said these men be trying to use oh Lord and metaphors, etc. They be really messing up the concept, changing meanings. You right about that shit. I've been hearing this man's name around. I'm glad you pulled up on him. Yeah, girl, I had to pull up on him, you know. Because they're getting older, but they're not getting smarter though. What's up, Joe? Now see the Joes. Listen, they got, y'all know I can name some men who I really think could be beneficial if they wanted to. But even Joe say, nah, Bomb, I'm not. Nah. Like, nah, Bomb. Joe rather be here having fun, chatting it up. You know, we can agree, we can disagree, we can even go back and forth with some drama a little bit. But Joe said, I'm not going over there dealing with that Bomb. I can't. Joe said, what's up? I am 1, 2, 3. How you doing? Zero said that's his biggest mistake, believing in Obsidian. Yes, it is. Man, I'm gonna break something down with Obsidian. Obsidian gonna be trying to do his lie truth thing, and I'm gonna point it out, right? And y'all gonna see how that work out. Now, Uncle Stu gonna know that he's lying. Y'all gonna see why Uncle Stu gonna bring it up. But Uncle Stu still don't know Obsidian yet. He still don't know. Anyway, let me go. We're gonna play a little bit more. I'm gonna put the link up for everybody in a few, but I want to get through to where y'all see how they gonna point the finger at me. This nigga about to point the finger at all black women in the 90s. What about in the 90s? Nigga, what? Where was you in the 90s? How about you tell us, Uncle Stu, what you were doing in the 90s? I know what I was doing in the 90s. What were you doing in the 90s? Right? And if it's what I think you were doing, right? Having your family, making your family with your wife and all that good old shit. Cool, right? Let's say cool. And I say, okay, I was doing the same thing. Cool. So why you want to blame black women when you say you married to a black woman? Why is it can't be like, look, this is what has happened. We can now see what has happened. What can we do to change it? The reason why we can't make changes is because of you black men who all you want to do is point fingers. But see, the truth of the matter is when it comes down to a community, I'm talking about the whole as a whole, white men understand that they're going to be held responsible. They've always known that. When one of them white women wanted to date out, and a whole group of men would go and slap her around and beat the shit out of that black person, and he would say, no, we control what happens in our community. And black men, what happened? Now I'm only asking this because since y'all want to act like we got to blame a whole collective instead of only blaming those who have always been a part of the problem. You know, there's a lot of black people who wasn't part of the problem, right? Now, I'm sorry to inform you though, when you asked me that question about why our black boys can't read, I just want to say, why y'all keep announcing that black men can't read? And where were their daddies at? Where were their daddies? Where were their motherfucking daddies? How about this? How about the teachers? You ever thought about blaming the motherfucking teachers, the one who really were there to educate? Unless you say black boys learn different. And then you would say, well, where were the teachers for black boys? Why are you blaming the black woman? There's so much blame that could go around. In fact, there's even stats, lots of research that proves where a lot of this blame goes. But instead of black people wanting to go by that, you insist on blaming another black person. You don't want to blame the system. You don't want to look at how the system was rigged against us, how they knew that if they harmed and maimed the black male, how it would hurt the black family. So then the black women want to know, well, why did you get maimed, black man? Why did you allow that? Every time you got a finger pointing at people, they got somebody willing to point it right back at you. You claim you want the answers, then stop the blame. Because as soon as one person starts blaming, then the whole conversation stops. Because as soon as you say, well, you black women should have did this in the 90s, then the women gonna be like, but wait a minute, you should have did this. Why you didn't do that? And then next thing you know, we back to where we started. You old ass nigga, you should know that. I expect the conversation from young people. But your old ass though? What? Anyway, and I'm not even hating on Obsidian because Obsidian is doing what? Selling books. I ain't hating on that brother. He gonna sell his books. And if your dumb ass is dumb enough to believe what he put in the book and you willing to go with it and rock with it and it ends up fucking up your life, then okay, that's on you. Okay? I'm thinking about writing a motherfucking book under a pseudonym, a male or black man's name, and selling it to y'all dumb asses. I'm gonna call it, I Could Be Your Daddy. Motherfuckers, y'all dumb as fuck, baby. Anyway, let me get back to it. Okay, let me get right back to it. Where we was. I think it's on dumbasses. y'all, I bet y'all if I wrote a book and put a black man names on it, I bet you these niggas will buy it. Listen, I'm just saying they kind of dumb like that. Okay. They're kind of dumb like that. Okay, here we go. Fair use.
Control the politics. They control a very small fraction of the economy.
First of all, the Black woman is controlling the politics, but why? And not as a whole. I'm talking about out of the Black man and Black woman. Yes, we controlling the politics. Why? Because of you, Black man, you won't go and vote. And you also say that we control a small amount of money. Nope, we control more money than you do. Why? Because we out there making more money than you. We don't make more money per hour and things like that. It's just more of us out there in the workforce. More women out there in the workforce than Black men. Okay. So when you say these things, he wouldn't give me a chance to respond. That's why I'm responding now. Right? He gonna ask me a couple other questions where he wouldn't give me a chance to respond. But he said he wants this intellectual conversation, though. I don't think he knows what that means.
But the problem is, if everything women was doing was right, the average African-American male today would know how to read above a 3rd grade reading level.
Look, who said every Black woman? We're not a monolith, like you said. Black men don't throw a monolith. We aren't neither. But every time y'all speak in y'all talking points, it shows that you think that we are. You think that all Black women are the same. We think the same. We're doing the same things. We can do the same thing. We want the same things. Listen, I don't understand how that is believed in the Black community. I understand what other races lump us all together. I don't understand how internally, though, we all know that we all are different. Except when you Black men want to point the fucking finger. You're too old to be pointing them fat, chubby ass fingers at people. Fuck up out of here.
That's not happening. If the market, if women was doing it right, we wouldn't have all this stuff going on right now.
Ladies, it's our fault. Some of you wasn't even born. Some of you were, but you was babies. And it's our fault. I was born, so it's my fault. And not only that, it's my mom's fault who was with my father. It's my fault. It's never gonna be my father's fault. It's not gonna be my brother's fault. It's not even gonna be my brother who ended up selling dope. Not only selling it, but then when he got hooked on it, it's never gonna be his fault. You see? It's never gonna be why a lot of Black men weren't there with their children because they was hooked on that shit or in jail for selling that shit. It's never gonna be, you know what I'm saying? It's always the woman, no matter what, even if she was the one who was hooked on that shit. Which tell us she wasn't mentally stable. She wasn't mentally well enough to take care of no kids, let alone for somebody to come back and say, well, while you was on that shit, you should have been taking care of them kids. The sheer ridiculousness that comes out of old niggas' mouths. See, I understand it for a young person. See, when young people say things, I know that they got it from old people, right? They're getting it from these old ass niggas. I'm able to tell him he's wrong and give him the correct information. See, this nigga here, though, I ain't gonna never be able to tell him nothing. You know why? He gonna tell me I was there. I was there. I was there. This nigga almost told me he was there in the 40s. Oh, Lord have mercy. And he wasn't even born in the 40s. Watch, y'all gonna hear it. Fair use.
So we blaming Kevin Samuels for what?
You notice we went back to Kevin Samuels. I did not do that. He did that, remember? Remember, I hadn't even had a chance to speak again. He told me back to Obsidian. He started to talk. Then he said, went back to Kevin Samuels. Then he started to talk. And now he's back at Kevin Samuels. He keep going back to Kevin Samuels. I'm sorry. We was at Kevin Samuels. Because he asked me a question about him. He then said, okay, let's get back on Obsidian. He went to Kevin. He kept talking, went back to Kevin. But he gonna blame this on me though. He gonna blame it on me. Watch.
But my generation, I was there. I walked during that 1995 march. What Kevin Samuels was saying now is what we were saying back in 1995.
See, this nigga said I was there in that 1995 march. He must be talking about that Million Man March in motherfucking Washington D.C. And that had nothing to do with against black women, dumbass. If you claim you was there, what were you there doing? Huh? The black man did not go to Washington D.C. to complain about black women. So you either lying about being there, or you just lying about being there. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nigga, there's no way you was at that march and all you thought, and you claiming that they was talking about black women. They was talking about the fucking system. The Million Man March had nothing to do with women. That's why women wasn't there. We would have been right there with your ass, supporting you. But you didn't want us to be there. Farrakhan and his group, they thought they could do it by themselves. And as you could see, they were wrong. But see, if you would have had women with you, though, woo, baby, let me tell you something. You learned your lesson, but you just won't listen to the lesson. You won't pay attention to the lesson that you fucking learned. You thought, as a million of you motherfuckers, you thought you could march to our motherfucking capital and make shit happen. And you ain't get not a motherfucking thing. The only thing came out of that shit is y'all little vacation that y'all took. But I tell you what, though, let had 1 million men and 1 million black women. It would have been more of us than y'all. We would have came out in force with y'all asses, standing side by side. We would have actually, it would have been dealt with differently, because it would have been now the black family. Y'all tried to make it about black men, and it didn't work. In fact, those of you who went, you went, and those who didn't go laughed at your ass. Y'all couldn't even get 1 million more motherfuckers to go out there with you. It was a lot of black men. I'm going around. I even went to church doing this shit. The minister was against it. And the reason he was against it was because it was a different religion of men who set this shit up. You men couldn't even come together to get benefits and the things that you thought was important, with 1 million plus of you at the Capitol. If that didn't teach you a lesson, nothing will. You lying ass motherfucker. Man, I hate when they lie to me, man. Because see, I'll tell them the truth. You ask me something, I'm going to tell you the truth. It might even hurt me to tell you the truth. I might think, damn, why this? And I'll give you the answer. Right? These motherfuckers will lie in a heartbeat for no motherfucking reason. And then you gonna ask me the question, watch, what he just mentioned is fucking March. And then you gonna ask me why we as women didn't do shit. Watch.
Explain to me why in 1997, women said the hell with black men and went their own way.
What is he talking about in 1997? Women went our own way. What the fuck is this dude reading? What book you read?
This is historical fact.
Now he's talking about historical fact. How is it that it's historical and the only motherfucker who know about it is him and a little small bunch of coonish ass niggas who probably are spreading the same ass lie? It's historical. He don't even know what historical fact means. This is when I realized I wasn't talking to somebody who claimed to want real conversation. I knew then that he wasn't smart enough to hold said type of conversations. Okay. And if I thought he was smart enough and I thought I could really have a conversation with him, then I wouldn't even be doing this stream right now, right? I would have held off and waited. But I recognize that no matter what, he and I would never be able to have a real conversation because he's not smart. He don't even know what the word historical means. If it was historical, we all should know about it. It would be in the fucking history books. Can somebody, let me come to the chat. Please tell me in 1997, is that what he said? Historically, there was a whole group of Black women. We went our own way. I'm coming to look in the chat, y'all, because I just need to know. Maybe it's just something I just don't know. Okay? If it's historical, though, I should at least know it, don't y'all think? I should. But maybe not. I mean, let me look. Maybe I'm wrong about the definition of historical, too. I could be wrong even about that, right? I could be. Let me see what y'all saying. Anybody know anything about historically what happened in 97? No, it's Queen of the South said she don't know neither. He said that women going their own way was invented, and that's what he said. I'm trying to understand. Let me look it up, y'all. Let's do some little in 19 what happened? Wait, how should I word it? So black women going their own way in 1997. Let me see. Let's see what this. I see men going their own way came up. Something about Stevie Nicks going her own way. It said they got MGTOW. Let's see, they got something in. Let's see what they say. Black Youth Project. Let's see what they say. They talking about white incels. No, but they talking about black men. That's look like white. Look like the incels who groups will wave a white flag on women. They know that's that. Okay, let's see. Black women and feminists look like in South African feminist race. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this is, y'all. Let me see if y'all can see what I see. Because I think I shared it differently. Let me see. Come to YouTube. Give me a second. Y'all can see what I see. No, y'all can't see what I see. I don't think. Okay, let me make a switch real quick. Okay, I'm gonna share it this way. Okay, now y'all can see what I see. Okay, so I googled something, and this is something that came up, but this is Africa. It's something that happened in Africa, so that can't be it, right? So I googled Black women going their own way in 1997. Man, see, y'all, this is a trick that the men in the manosphere do. I think that they gotten together and somebody gave ideas on how to make what they say sound legit. What makes them sound legit is when they put out dates. And they put out a date, a lot of people will think that they must know something that we don't know. So it makes them look credible. The thing is, these niggas is dumb. 97, I was born in 97. In fact, my kids was fucking, I had both my kids by the time 97 came around. My youngest son was born in 96. I don't remember it ever seen nowhere ever. And I was even on the internet in 96. I was on the internet with both my children. Most people wasn't though. So there was no movement on the internet where women went their own way. There wasn't, and because we wasn't on the internet like that yet, there was no mass movement anywhere where women went their own way, black women. But this nigga let it came out his mouth like he was talking facts. And it pisses me off when they do that. The reason it pisses me off, because I now know the trick that they do. But before that, I used to be like, well, wait a minute, what happened? They'll even ask you, you know what happened? You know what happened? And because I don't know what happened, I'll be like, well, no, you could tell me though. Oh, see, you don't even know. And then it makes you look like you just don't know something. But then when you go and do the fucking research, you realize these niggas wasn't saying nothing truthful. It's a ploy. All these niggas are faking it until they make it, and most of them just never gonna make it. This nigga is 55 years old. If he ain't make it into something by now, he ain't. Unless he pulled Kevin, and they all trying to pull Kevin's right now. Kevin has proven that faking it until you make it is a good thing amongst niggas. Niggas will help you make it. I'm thinking about becoming a daddy. I'm thinking about it. Ladies, I might change up my channel, deepen my voice. I don't even have to get a dick, baby, because my clit is bigger than a lot of these niggas' dicks. And I'm gonna just be over here teaching them how to be a man. And they wonder why women like myself and a few of us are needed. We are necessary. We are necessary to protect our boys. To be honest, I'm probably mostly protecting the boys than the women. The women already know what they want in a man and don't want in a man. It's the young men who are looking for men to be supportive of them and to help them go on the wrong path. And then they run into niggas who just want to dig in your pockets. They're not even going to give you no facts. This nigga just said that was a historical fact. Something that happened in 1997 where black women went their own way. Help me find it. Help me, please. Anybody, everybody, somebody. Scream. I'm trying to find it, baby. Somebody said by 97, we were trying to prepare for Y2K. Sure was. Y2K was about to hit, man. You right about that, B. Remember, clocks couldn't go past 1999. That was they had to do some adjusting. Because they had never set up anything to go past 1999. So they had to do a lot in our government. They thought the government would fall. You right about that, B. Thank you for bringing that up. This person said, this person said it's his historical fact. I want y'all to look at his face when he said, this is how I'm telling you, you men, you young men, right? Y'all got to be very careful. See, we women aren't the one. We're not dangerous to you like that. There might be 1 out of 100 men who may run into a woman who just really nasty and trying to destroy his life after he did something to her, or maybe he didn't do nothing to her. I don't know, right? They got bad people on both sides, males and females of all colors, come from all backgrounds, right? But this is the thing. For the most part, when you meet someone who like you, hopefully y'all make it through. Now, divorce people concerned at the divorce rate, and there's other things that fail at a much higher rate, and we still take chances on it. I got that from I got that from Mr. Antoine Daniels. When he put it in a perspective, a different perspective. And I was like, yeah, I like that. I like that. But this is the thing, though, right? Whether y'all married, not married, whatever, please don't end up giving your life savings to some nigga who trying to Kevin it. Trying to make it till you break it, trying to lie, faking it. We're gonna call it Kevin it. You're trying to Kevin it. You're trying to cast it. Watch. It's important because although I crack a lot of jokes, this shit this dude just did is fucked up. You know, like he made it like he was serious. He said that shit with a straight fucking face. That's how I know these niggas is dumb. Let me see if I can. How do I go back? Just one fucking, like, I just need to go back just a tad. Where is it? Let me see that. The time is telling me that you are at where? Let me see. It's not telling me. Why can't I see where it's at? Ah, man. See, this won't tell me because I could be ahead, I could be forward, I could be. Yeah. Wait, let me look on my iPad. My iPad will tell me exactly where I'm at. Let me see. Let's see. History. Nope. I was under another name. What's this Uncle Stu's email? Okay. Oh yeah, here you go.
From Kevin Samuels and end up having him. He's now in the chat.
Okay.
Pretend. Let's
place.
Okay.
Agree with my 100% stance. They're 50-50 men. I'm 100%. They're 50-50 men. I'm 100%.
Your perspective. The fact that young women aren't blaming black men for.
Okay, I went there already. Damn it.
Actual living example. And I'm sorry.
Shit, fuck. I'm gonna just go back. Damn, I hope I ain't go too far back.
Somebody told you that? Oh, because
you could go online and see who the sponsorships of that is and who is marketed to
black people. In
It's
fact, it was
sector of black people.
Love and Hip Hop was so popular they put it in different areas, and then they have even a white version of it.
Okay, have you? And this is where I give Obsidian his most darling credit. In the very first chapter of the first part of this book, it talks about the dating and mating and the market. Me and Obsidian is in the same age category. The market dictates what we do and what we see. The market advertises to the people that.
Anybody figured out what the market mean yet? I still don't know what the market, because the market, when you're dealing with dating, the market is the people, right? When you date, the product is people, right? Because one person is looking for another person. So I have no idea if anybody know what he mean by the market. I think it's just another dumb ass moment that he's having. But please correct me if I'm wrong about that. What market could that be when it deals with dating?
Giving up the money. Okay. I think what it's time to do is say, if you don't like his talking points, what else do you have? Because it's not working. It's not working.
He went back to Kevin. I already said that.
Where was all this pushback back in the 90s? The market is not working. Women now control the market. They control the politics. They control.
See, that's why they're mad. They're mad because we do have control. The thing is, we can lose the control that they claim that we have. by them simply going and registering to vote and voting. Dumbasses.
A very small fraction of the economy. But the problem is, if everything women was doing was right, the average African-American male today would know how to read above a third grade reading level. That's not happening. If the market, hold it, if women was doing it right, we wouldn't have all this stuff going on right now. So we blame it.
It's y'all fault, ladies. Yeah, it's our fault. Our men are dumb. It's our fault. Our men are stupid. It's our fault. Our men are tall. It's our fault. Our men are short. It's our fault. Our men are light. It's our fault. And our men are dark. It's our fault. Our men are men. It's our fault. And our men are women. It's our fault. It's our fault. It's our fault. It's our fault. Let them point the finger at us. These niggas are ridiculous. This nigga too old for this shit right here.
Kevin Samuels for what my generation, I was there. I walked during that 1995 march. What Kevin Samuels was saying now is what we were saying back in 1995.
In 1995, let me see. I had my son at 27, the second son. At 27, this dude was about 30, right? Because he's a couple of years older than me. And so he was 30, I was 27. So with Kevin, because the Million Man March had nothing to do with women, but apparently what Kevin was saying now, men were saying then, and he thinks that means something. Men and women are we essentially are the same. What is he saying? My dad had some things to say about women, just like my mom had things to say about men. My granddad had things to say about women, just like my grandmom has things to say about men. Jesus had something to say about women. And Mary had something to say about men. Like, what the dude, what? Just because, listen, you're gonna have something to say. There's gonna be something that you don't like about everybody. You're not gonna find one person in this world whom you're gonna agree with 100%. You understand? I might put on a dress and y'all be like, I don't like that dress. I wouldn't wear that dress, Bob. Okay? You might like everything else about me. You might not like nothing about me. You might only like my dress. You hate everything else about me but my dress. These niggas use little examples like this to make their fucking point. And then the dude is serious. This is the thing. We're able to watch his face. The part that I want y'all to see when he go outright lie, look at his face. That's the scary part. See, when they, like, Obsidian could be over there giggling, which he was doing some giggling, doing this thing, right? Because we can't see his face. You can't tell if he's serious or not, right? They tell me that my tone, I sound like I'm angry when I'm not. If you saw me on camera, you'll see me laughing and giggling my damn self. When I unmuted myself to let people know I was laughing, I was like, fuck this. This shit too funny. Let them hear me giggling. But when we watch this dude and he acting like he knows something, watch him. It's scary.
Explain to me why in 1997, women said the hell with black men and went their own way. This
nigga remind me, I think I mentioned that I have a couple of cousins who are, how you say it, disabled. There's special needs, that's the word. This nigga, when he was saying that he looked like he's special needs, he looked like one of my cousins. I'm not lying. The nigga was pointing this shit, like he was pointing at some information for us to go to. We can't even see what the hell he pointing at. This nigga said, explain to me why in 1997. I gotta go back to it, y'all.
Women was doing it right, we wouldn't have all this stuff going on right now. So we blaming Kevin Samuels for what my generation.
What, I didn't blame Kevin Samuels for nothing, but he kept doing it. I keep saying that, but that's important because he gonna keep doing it, and he gonna blame me.
I was there. I walked during that 1995 march. What Kevin Samuels was saying now is what we were saying back in 1995. Explain to me why in 1997 women said the hell with black men and went their own way. This is historical facts.
What?
It's not just historical facts, y'all. It's called historical facts. Historical facts. Historical facts. Historical facts. It's not just historical. It's historical facts. Historical facts. This nigga's over there like, this is historical facts. That might be why I can't find it. Let me look it up again. Let's look it up again, y'all. Let's look up historical facts. Historical facts in 1997. And I did find out. How about historical facts? Wait, let me see. I spelled it wrong. Okay, historical facts. Nope. Let me put in. Maybe that'll work. Historical facts. Let's see what happened in 1997. We're about to find out everything that happened in historical facts in 1997. Look like January 11th, Turkey threatens Cyprus, right? On January 17th, the Delta II rocket carrying a military GPS payload exploded. January 18th, the Northwest Rwanda militia killed 6 Spanish aid workers and 3 soldiers. Let me go further down to February. Let's see what happened. On their way to Lebanon, 2 Israel troops transport helicopters collided, killing 73 aboard. Australian newspaper published stories that the government in New Guinea has brought missionaries to some island. Okay. Let's go to March. I'm looking for when black women went their own way. Okay. In March, U.S. President Bill Clinton bans federal funding for any research on human cloning. That's good to know. Okay, let's see what else I can see really quickly. In Zaire, the prime minister ejects Motu Sisi Suko from his cabinet. Okay. Let's see. In Nigeria, there was a massacre. All but one of the 53 people were killed by guerrillas. Okay. The Red River of the North breaks through dikes and floods. Okay. Let's see. That happened in Minnesota and North Dakota. Okay. Let's see. 93 villagers are killed in Nigeria, right? Let's see what else happened. Prohibition of chemical weapons. I don't know. Let's see. IBM Deep Blue defeats the last. They're talking about some game, a chess. They're talking about chess. Let's see. Find some shit that happened with black women. In the United Kingdom, the House of Commons votes for a total ban on handguns. Y'all see that? Damn. That happened in 97. That's good to know. Oh, here goes something on women. Wait a minute. July 21st, the Women's National Basketball Association played its first game at the Great Western Forum in Los Angeles. Maybe that's what he meant. Harry Potter, boy. Harry Potter came out in London. Woo! For all you Harry Potter fans. That happened June 26th. Let's see what else. NASA Pathfinder space probe island on the surface of Mars. What you say? We went to Mars again? NATO invites the Czech Republican, Hungarian, and Portland to join the alliance. In 1999. Looked like they had a hotel fire in Thailand. Woolworth closes after 117 years in business. I always wonder what happened to Woolworth. Look like in 97 they closed, baby. Let's see. The oldest person ever dies at age 122. Y'all see that? It's from France. Let's see what else happened in 97. The funeral of Diane, Prince of Wales, keeps place, right? Watched over 2 billion people worldwide. Wow, her funeral was that year. Iraqi military officer attacked. Okay. Al-Qaeda carries out a terrorist attack. Yep. 97 was that year, baby. Okay. Let's see. But I don't see where black women, as a historical fact, I don't see anything about them picking up, packing their bags and saying, hey, babe, not gonna see you again. Take care of the kids, because we going our own motherfucking way. Hell to the no. And I know, let me tell y'all a story how I see it happening. If it had ever happened, which it will never happen, right? So all of us get together, ladies, all 60 billion of us, right? I'm just putting a number out there. 60 billion black women come together around the world, and we take a vote, right? The vote is to go our own way or to stay. And we did a full 12 months of propaganda. We put out advertisement. We trying to get the women to do what we want, right? They got some women who say, no, we're going to stay. And they got another side that say, no, we're going our own way. So the people, let me write this down so I can have a memory, but it was several of us at the high table, the table, right? I'm going to call it the high council. Let me tell you who was at the table. Give me a second. I got to come to the chat. Okay. So the people, let me write this. Okay. So I got to come to the chat real quick. I'm going to put this down. So these are the people who's sitting at the table. Now we got 2 tables. We got the big round table, and then we got the kitty table. The kitty table is for the men who are in support or either pro or against women going their own way, right? So we got Cam 504. He's sitting over there, and Cam 504 like women. So he's like, nope, I'm voting to keep the women. I want y'all to stay, right? And then we got Matt. What's up, Matt? Matt, who got hit, and Matt is sitting at the table for the women to go about their motherfucking business. Okay, so we got Kev over here, and then we got Matt over there. Okay, listen, we got B. B is sitting over here. B, I don't know if you, wait, let me see. B, are you male or female? So I know where to sit you. Okay, we got Lovely. Lovely is sitting over there at the table of she's for women going their own way, right? I'm against women going their own way. We got Let's See. Let's See is sitting over here with me, right? She's like, nah, Bomb. She decided to go over there and sit with Mother Earth. Mother Earth is sitting on the other side. And so Let's See was looking at me like, I love you, Bomb, but I gotta go. I was like, Let's See, come on, girl. And then we had, let me go look. We got Queen, right? We got Queen of the South, and Queen of the South is like, honey, they got some fine ass men in the South. So she decides to sit over here with me. Okay. Even though she want to go over there, she sits over here with me. Let's see who else we got. We got we got I can't see everybody. Y'all need to type in the goddamn room so I can add y'all to this story. Okay. That's right. Kevin says stay. Matt says go. Let's See is in the middle. She's really like, Bomb, I love you. I love you, Bomb, but no, girl, these niggas is doing too much. And we got Mother Earth, and Mother Earth like, Bomb, no, Bomb. These niggas ain't shit. So I am for us to go. Okay. We got Queen of the Cali, right? We got Queen of the Cali, and Queen of the Cali is like, honey, in California, sweetheart, we do it our way. And she decides she gonna be on the other side. She wants the women to go, right? That's okay. Who else? We got Lovely. Come on, type some people. I see y'all in the chat. I see 47 people. Y'all need to type so I can add y'all to this story. We got Sweetie, and Sweetie, even though look, y'all, Sweetie is she's a little tricky with it, right? Because Sweetie love her some men, right? But she wants to sit over here with me, but then she wants to sit over there. And she's still standing up, pacing back and forth, trying to figure out where she gonna sit. Okay, she trying to figure out where she gonna sit. Lovely said she stands. She said she likes penis. Okay, she stands. Anyway, we have we got 4 tables. We got the pro for the women to stay. That's what Mr. Kev is, and a few other men. And we got the con, right? Where the men are saying, y'all can get the fuck out. Okay, that's where Matt is sitting. Then we at the big round table across from me are the ones who want us to go. And on my side is the one who want us to stay. And we all in this room and we taking our votes. We talking, we back and forth all year. We was like, yes, these are the reasons why you should stay. And the other women like, no, these are the reasons why we should go. Boom, we take a vote. Bam, 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 bam. And it's 4 million women. The men don't really get a vote. They just get to be over there and look all sexy and shit for us. Okay. The men who look sexy, they want to look sexy so we can stay. Cool. So it's a few nice looking men over there, ladies, of all colors, by the way. Okay. They over there looking juicy as hell. Sitting over there with Mr. Kev. Even I'm thinking to myself, damn, my son's over there. My husband, I don't know where he at, but don't tell him I'm participating, okay? Anyway, we take the vote. Bam. The vote is in. And the women, we're going our own way. Some of us are crying, oh no, yeah. But we decided as the women, we got to stick together. So we decided to go our own way. We pack up our bags. As I'm leaving, I'm like, babe, I'm gonna miss you, but I gotta go. And he's supportive. He understands that we're trying to get something done, so we gotta stick together. But what happens is, let's see who voted for us to go about our motherfucking business. I see her over there sliding her number to some of these nice young men like Books or one of these other young men. She done slid her number and told them where to meet her at next Friday. Don't tell nobody. Shh. We going our own way, but this is where we going. We're going to be here. And what I'm going to need you to do next Friday, meet me 1 block away. See, so the women gonna start sneaking off with the men. That's what's gonna happen. The men who wanted us to go about our motherfucking business and the ones who wanted us to stay, they gonna start hunting out, trying to figure out where we at, so they can come and run in our camp, meet up who they really want to be with. It's gonna be a whole lot of bullshit. You know why? Because men and women, we belong together. Okay? When you women get tired of being around women 7 days a week and all of our periods is at the same fucking time. I just got off my period. Why am I on my period again? Let's see, talking about, oh, I just started mine. Oh, damn, let's see. My period to caught up with yours. Her period to caught up with Mother Earth's. Mother Earth period to caught up with verbal period to caught up with Mother listen, we round this motherfucker, all of us, period at the same time. Men sneaking in and out, women sneaking in and out. It's a whole lot of shit going on. Okay, but the one good thing that would happen if women decide to stick together, though, like if we all said, look, we need to do this for the greater cause, that's what women do. You know, we may have sons, we may even have husbands. We love our husbands, we love our sons, but we're thinking long term. What is best for our sons? What's best for our sons, the ones who like women, is to make sure that they have some women who at least are happy, who feel safe. And that's how y'all end up with women being able to come together to get laws changed. And for Black men and men across the board, to be honest, the reason why y'all not able to go to before the Congress and get things changed, it's not enough for y'all. Y'all not really on it. Y'all not serious about it. Y'all not holding y'all wives responsible and telling them, like a woman, she could tell her husband, look, you're going to vote this way or you ain't getting none of this. I'm not even going to cook for you no more. I might even poison your goddamn food. We're able to convince our husbands to do things that we want. We don't use it too much, but when we do have to use it, we know how to use it. And men, y'all don't know, y'all haven't come up with that yet. Not only that, but when white men and Black men, when y'all were together, called the manosphere, there's a group of white men who said, no, we're not dealing with them. There's even a group of Black men like, nah, I'm not dealing with them. So parted ways. Okay. Now we got the Black manosphere. The only people I care about, the ones I'm dealing with right now, right, is y'all did a Million Man March and got nothing out of it. You know why? Because at least white men, when they want to get something, they convinced their wives. We saw it happen, but about 5 years ago, right? When Trump got in, the people was in. The husbands and wives came together. Women did not like Trump like that. But their men convinced them that, no, he going to do right by us. So the men convinced their wives, this is how we vote. The second time around, though, the men said, this is how we vote. And the women said, no, open your eyes for what you see, reality. And if y'all go and look online, there was a lot of shows, a lot of articles where there was a split in households. Man and wife going for the first time ever against each other when it came to politics. You see? And women, when we have to come together for the common good of all of us, all women, including our daughters, right? Hell yeah, we're gonna do that. Even if we gotta sneak around. Even if I gotta go and sneak with my husband once a month behind a garbage can, behind the Pizza Hut. Okay, meet me behind the garbage can, right behind the Pizza Hut. Don't let nobody see. Don't let nobody know. All right. I'm manifesting somebody's son right now. Oh man. And the Black men, when they did that thing, them quite a few years ago, right, in the 90s, they asked women to stay away. Because see, women, we were ready. When they was putting that shit together, the women were ready. And Farrakhan himself asked black women to stay away. Let the men do this. The men got to do this. Let men, this is for men. Sisters, I know you want to support us, but stay home. That's what happened. And so women stayed home for the most part. There was some who was defiant, and she still went, right? She still went to be supportive. But for the most part, women stayed. And what did y'all get out of that? You had numbers, but you had numbers, and your numbers wasn't large enough. See, it's not just about numbers when it's when it's about certain groups of us, right? When it comes to black and brown people, they don't give a shit what our numbers are, because they have far more larger numbers than us. So what happens though with women is that we know how to reach out to other women. Believe it or not, we also know how to reach out to other men. Put a bug in our girlfriends. Hey girl, yeah, we trying to get this bill passed so we can have rights. And they're like, oh yeah, you deserve those rights too. Yeah, girl, we don't know what we gonna do. Well, guess what? We gonna be your allies. We coming with you. We gonna march with you. Ergo, Black Lives Matter. Right? Ergo, Black Lives Matter. Not only was there black people marching, there was white women marching and white men marching. There was other allies who came about because they want our help with some shit that they got going on. Asians wasn't out there at first, but when they started getting hit and targeted, then now they want to participate with us because they know they need us with them. This is how this shit work. But black men, though, for some reason, I'm talking about in the black manosphere. Unfortunately for you, you think you could do it yourself up until wait till what this man gonna ask me. Let's get back on track. Fair use.
Okay, I'm
Right.
sorry.
I remember you from being on Antoine Daniels' platform.
Right.
Right.
What were we talking about? Marriage, right? So what have to do with what we're talking about now?
Right. And so
in fact, I don't even know what we're talking about now because you keep changing it up on me.
No. What I'm saying to you is you made this about Kevin Samuels, right?
I made this about Kevin Samuels
because you kept saying Obsidian was given false information, right?
Obsidian,
and
yes.
Then I said, okay, we're talking about several things. You went from Obsidian, then you went to Kevin Samuels, then you went back to Obsidian. And I said, okay, we all over the place. So I'm fixing and trying to get the order.
And we also had a
but wait a minute. What I was talking about was Obsidian and what he said. And then he mentioned Kevin Samuels. I'm not talking about Kevin Samuels. He has nothing for me to talk about because, like I said, the only thing I said is that I disagree with his talking points. And that was it.
Well, first of all, Brown Terry, I never said that you didn't.
Y'all saw what he just did? That's why I was pointing to you all what this man said. Every time he brought it back to Kevin, he kept doing that. In fact, when I came up, I mentioned something about, the manosphere and Kevin, right? Then he asked me, well, what is your problem? You dislike Kevin? I said, well, no, I don't dislike Kevin, but I dislike his talking points. And boom, that was it. Then Uncle Stu kept bringing up Kevin Samuels, not me. I knew what I went up there. And even when I mentioned Kevin, it was because Obsidian had mentioned Kevin. If I go a little before I got up there and y'all listen to what was being stated, Obsidian is the person who keep throwing Kevin in it. It's almost like I'm not going to say what I was about to say, even though it's kind of true, but everywhere this man goes, he's always got Kevin in his mouth. I'm not saying in a sexual way, right? I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is listen to Obsidian all the time. One of them got one of their name in their mouths all the time. He even got a nickname for him. He called him, is it Saint Kevin or some shit like that? Okay, he gave this nigga a nickname, and he think that shit is something straight men do. My dad didn't give no man no nickname unless it was his own son. My dad called men by their nicknames, but their mamas or somebody else gave them the nickname. When did you men start naming each other, and then you give them name like they're more, they're higher than you, like they're King Kevin, Your Majesty Kevin, Sir Kevin, Master Kevin. Who does that shit? And he does it though, and he's standing on it, and he think that makes it, it just is what it is, right? The facts are the facts. This dude just said that I keep talking about Kevin when I did not do that. So now this is really pointing the finger even at me on this panel today. Fair use. Let's finish listening to it. Shit.
I never mentioned you at all with regard to black men. I just said I noticed I made an observation about how older black men were perceived in the black community at large, and I noted that it seemed to emanate from older black women, some younger black women, and a not insignificant number of younger black men. I didn't mention your name at all in any of that.
Remember, I was in the chat. That's the only reason I came up, because you mentioned me.
Yeah, I didn't say that you hated black men. I never said that.
Okay. Anyway, back to
but that's central.
Let me get
line. He did say that. That's what made me come up. He mentioned my name. Okay. He said, Bomb. First he was acting like he didn't know who I was, which he does know who I am. Right? And he said something, which I was like, oh hell no. Like he was like, yeah, like Bomb Cherry, who doesn't like black men. That's what he had said. Okay, that's what made me go up. But anyway, now they see how now they're looking. They tried to point the finger at me, and I was like, no. And then now they're trying to get it together. They're trying to figure out, okay, so we can't stick her with that because she said no, not this. Let's stick her with this. Listen to it as they go around in circles.
Back on Stu, and he don't understand it.
But you call me a liar though.
You are. I didn't call you a liar. I said that you do what you do best. You put in that string of truth in amongst a lot of lies.
What lies did I make? What lies did I make?
There's a lot. Listen, there have been many lies that I have.
All right, so give me a couple of them.
Shared through the years. Obsidian.
Give me a couple.
Like we don't.
Now see, Obsidian, he knows exactly who I am. We've been through this before, over and over. His panel, my panel. He even had my channel removed after talking on a panel with me for hours. Okay. He then made a claim. That's when YouTube was on that bullshit where people could come up and then claim they didn't want to be up. Right? He was up here. Anyway, I've disproven a lot of his shit through the years. And right now he's like, just give me one. Watch how this plays out. Because Uncle Stu is sitting over there trying to figure out. He reading the chat, I guess. I don't read no chat. I don't be giving two fucks about a motherfucker in the chat when your ass can come up on that panel and say something to me. I already understand a lot of people don't have the nerve to come up. Because when they come up, y'all have ever noticed they'll say all kinds of shit about me in the chat. Then they ass jump on the panel and remain motherfucker silent. I noticed that a long time ago. So that's why I don't give them not any of my time. But watch this shit.
Don't know each other.
All through the years. Give me a couple of lies through the years.
The foodie thing. Remember the big foodie thing? The half truths that y'all tell.
What about the foodie thing?
Without sharing complete truths. And this is
what about the foodie thing was a lie?
Right. And tell me something today, Bomb Cherry.
Now you see, I'm sitting here like, give me anything. I said, okay, the foodie thing. He like, well, tell me what's about the foodie thing. See, I understand Obsidian. Obsidian is here to sell books. That's what he's doing right now. Okay. So he and I having a conversation, it's all beneficial to him. No matter what I say, right? It don't matter because he gets to talk about something, right? We'll go back and forth. He and I have always been able to do that. Uncle Stu don't know that, so Uncle Stu, he's like, no, say something he said today. Okay, here we go.
That was a lie. I want to deal with today. Because I don't want to be trying to do some 2-3 year research.
Mm-hmm.
What I would like you to do is just for today, tell me something he said, and I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let him defend himself.
Okay, somebody asks, wait, if he got your channel removed, why would you deal with him then? What you mean deal with him? What you mean by deal with him? I'm not sure what you mean by deal with him. Am I supposed to be angry at him, pissed off at him? Well, I don't know. Should I go and call the police on him? Like, I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about. I've lost several motherfucking channels. And all you do is just rebuild them up. This is a brand new channel because I lost the last channel 2 months ago. Okay. The one before that, I lost. I think I had that one up maybe about a year. I'm shocked that it lasted that long. So it's not a big deal to lose a motherfucking channel since I know it's so simple and easy to do. They've changed the rules here on YouTube. You can't come up any longer and be up here and then claim that you don't want to be up here and do a claim against it. But everybody knows he's done it. In fact, he admitted to doing it. And that's why he lost a lot of subscribers when he did that shit. After he did that shit, he left YouTube. People like me, believe it or not. The men even like me. And when they saw what he did, which was outrageous, it really was wrong, right? He really was over here for hours. Not only that, but other people came on the panel and had conversations with him. It lasted for hours. And as soon as he got off, he made a claim. He said he was going to do it, and he did it. Okay? And then when I went over there by B1 on their panel, and he was up there, and I told everybody, yeah, this nigga got my channel removed. And yes, and there was a lot of people who left him. Stop dealing with him because of that. When you ask me why I deal with him, what you mean deal with him? I don't deal with him. That doesn't mean I can't be on a panel with him. So it's not like we went out to dinner, lunch. It's not like we meet up. He's my boyfriend. He abused me and I'm still with him. I could go on a panel with him. That's no big deal. Okay? It is what it is. What's up, beautiful? Shit, actually, you got to ask me a question that's a real question. But I tell you what, he knows exactly who I am. Okay? He knew and listen to what's going to happen. You're going to know he know who I am. Watch how this conversation continues. The only one who don't know shit is Uncle Stu, who's trying to act like he know some shit.
Tell me something today he said that was a lie.
Well, something you even disagree. It's not about being an actual lie, just a lie for everyone, but it's about having different opinions, right? So even earlier, see, this is this is the thing that I think some of you who are new to YouTube and the Black manosphere may not understand. There are the Obsidians, right? And then there are other Black men, older Black men.
Stop
What
right
do I
there.
mean by that?
Stop right there. Stop right there.
What he about to say, y'all? Y'all heard what I said, right? I said men, they don't understand the Black manosphere. I said there's the Obsidian to give a title to the other Black men. So that's what I said. I said there's the Obsidians, and then there are other Black men. This nigga says, stop it right there. We're not gonna talk about other Black men because I don't have other Black men on my panel. Nigga, you the other Black men. You and Mr. Sam. Y'all Black men. Wow, yo. Is it me? Y'all, be honest with me, y'all. Am I dreaming right now? Maybe I'm just, am I the one who's stupid? Because it can't be. It can't be this simple. These simpletons can't be this simple.